This one focuses on the peaceful life that was shattered, creating a sense of loss and sympathy right from the start. In the heart of Sundarvan, an artist's hands gave life to stone. But it took just one man's greed to turn that life to dust, leaving behind a sculptor with nothing left to create but his own revenge. In the peaceful village of Sundarvan lived a young sculptor named Aryan. His hands created wonders from stone, and his heart was filled with the love of his fiancée, Myra. Their life was simple and happy, a world untouched by greed. But in the city, a ruthless businessman named Vikram had his eyes on Sundarvan's land. Rich with rare marble, he tricked the innocent villagers with false promises of schools and hospitals. Only Aryan saw through the lie, but his warnings were ignored. The beautiful village was soon destroyed by Vikram's machines. The river was poisoned, the fields turned to dust, and homes were bulldozed. Aryan's parents were left injured and homeless. The worst tragedy came when Vikram's men attacked Myra, taking her life. Heartbroken and filled with a cold rage, Aryan left the ruins of his village. He was no longer a creator but a ghost on a mission. His purpose was to make Vikram pay for every life he had ruined. Years passed. A new company, Genesis Designs, became famous for its breathtaking sculptures. Its owner was a mystery, never seen in public, but his work was renowned. Vikram, now a powerful magnate, was building his ultimate masterpiece, the Imperial Tower, He wanted a grand sculpture for the lobby and hired Genesis Designs. He had no idea he was hiring the very men he had wronged. The mysterious owner met Vikram in a dim art gallery. He presented his design, a powerful sculpture of a serpent coiling around a dying tree. Vikram was impressed, failing to see the dark symbolism or recognize the artist's hands. On the day of the tower's grand opening, Vikram proudly unveiled the sculpture. As the light hit it, the crowd gasped in horror. It wasn't a serpent. It was a grotesque, monstrous depiction of Vikram himself. His face was a mask of greed, and his hands clutched the dying tree, which represented the ruined village of Sundarvan. Carved at the base were the names of the people he had destroyed, including Aryan's parents and Myra. A single spotlight then fell on the owner of Genesis Designs. It was Aryan. His face now etched with the pain of the past but also the triumph of his vengeance. The world watched as Vikram was arrested, his empire crumbling. Aryan looked at his final, terrible creation and felt a hollow victory. He had found justice, but he knew the scars of his loss would always remain. He returned to the empty land of his village. Picking up his chisel, he began to work on a new sculpture, his hands once again creating beauty from stone. For Aryan, the true healing had just begun. He understood that a true artist's power lies not in vengeance, but in creation.